Holy f***, you're walking. Hey Ginny, it's me, your dad. I'm making videos for you every month so that someday when you're older you can look back and know what your life was like when you were little. This is your story. You are 11 months old. On Monday, September 27th, I was in the bedroom, I was working at my desk when I hear this big commotion from down the hall. Your mother starts screaming, then she runs down the hall, holding you, and she said, she did it, she walked. I get it that it probably doesn't sound like a big deal to you, but you have to remember that up until fairly recently, you were this useless lump that, at best, could roll over. But that all started to change on June 20th. 2021. It was Father's Day. Just out of nowhere, you did this. You're obviously not very good at it in this video, but it didn't take long before you were crawling like this. Being able to crawl led you to being able to pull yourself up into a standing position against furniture, etc. And being able to pull yourself up into a standing position led to an interest in your walkers. So one day you just kind of started pushing it around and walking with it. And you're pretty clunky at first, but before we knew it, you were moving like this. Just tearing around, running over our feet, terrorizing the cats. Those poor cats. Now, the day you walked for Mom, we didn't get it on video. But a few days later, I got this. Now, if you notice that you look mad in the video, it's because you were. You were asking me to pick you up and carry you somewhere, and I just refused because I really wanted to get it on tape, you walking. And in anger, you walked to me.
Good girl. Oh.
Just because you're walking doesn't mean that you're now walking everywhere. If we have to go somewhere, we're carrying you or putting you in the stroller because you just walk too damn slow. With the exception of 2 instances that every parent warned me about, but I didn't believe. When you remove a wet child from the bathtub, the speed at which they move increases 3, 4, perhaps even 5 times their normal speed. The second instance has never actually been witnessed by the adult eye, because it only happens when you're not looking. You see, when an adult turns their attention away, even for a second, the baby gains the ability to travel at close to the speed of light. Included in this ability is the power to suddenly climb up onto dangerous spots. I have to put you down for a moment. Ginny? Being mobile means falling down means getting hurt means not good. Now, the moment after you fall down is a really tense moment for your mom and I because it's always accompanied by a silence. That silence can mean either that you're okay or that you're hurt and you're using this quiet time to suck back enough air to make the loudest scream the planet has ever heard. You usually go with the latter option. Now, when we have this moment, we do our best to not react, because sometimes you're okay, but you react to us reacting, and that reaction is to go with the scream. For the record, when you fall down and hit your head, it's really hard to not react. The sound of you hitting your head has become so familiar to your mother and I that without even looking, just by listening, we can tell what it was in the house that you hit your head on.
Cupboard.
Coffee table.
Floor.
A big motivator for you in learning how to walk has been our trips to the park. At the park, you see bigger kids playing and you want to join in. You're a social kid. So as you've learned to move, you make your way over to them. And you don't really know what to do because they're older than you and you haven't really had that much social interaction yet. So you kind of flop in front of them, then you poke them in the face. Most kids are really receptive. They're great. They understand that you're a baby. Other times, there's kids who don't quite get it. They're upset because they don't know who you are. They're wondering why you're poking their eyeballs. So far, things have been pretty decent, though. People have been receptive. But every time we go, I'm aware that we're getting one day closer to the fact that some kid is going to reject you. They're going to say, I don't want to play with you. And that's a really big hurt. And it's one that I hate to say it, but it doesn't go away when you're an adult. I can kiss your boo-boos better when you fall down, but I can't make another kid accept you. And it worries me. And apparently it's bad form for me to go and bully kids that are mean to you. At the very least, I hope that we can teach you that when this does happen, how to deal with it. And that if you ever see it happen to another kid, that we can teach you to reach out and help that kid. I am so proud of how hard you're working at learning how to walk and move around. Love you, kid.
I don't even want to know what that was.